On June 12th, the Lisbon Treaty referendum will take place in Ireland. We're told if we vote yes, it will mean a reformed, more efficient, democratic Europe. But still, an awful lot of people are confused. To understand clearly what it means, it's helpful to look at what the EU post-Lisbon would look like. Well, it'll take a lot of the components that are already there. It'll bring into the treaty the euro and the interest rates that are controlled from Europe. In other words, we use the euro both in Ireland and across Europe, but our interest rates are no longer controlled by ourselves. Now, for a lot of people, these have been very positive things. What we also bring in is EU law. Now, EU law controls the majority of laws that take place in Ireland each year. It also sets the European law above our constitution. And this is something, while it's been there since 1973, is a very different proposition when you're not just talking about economics, but you're talking about social issues, you're talking about politics. So it's an important thing to remember. Where do those laws come from? They come from the EU Commission. The EU Commission is the EU government. And it's unelected, but it is the sole place where laws come from. So remember that most of the laws that are passed in Ireland each year originally originate with the EU Commission, not the Parliament. They can approve them, they can reject them, but they come from here. Now, they're helped by expert groups who have very strong connections with industry and that people do not know about. The EU also will have its own military. Ireland is part of the Nordic battle group and is currently deployed with EU4 in Chad on a very dangerous operation. The EU will also have its own president and foreign minister. And these are new positions, again unelected, but they will be part of the new EU. One of the most important elements of the new EU is it's basically been established for the first time. This is a brand new legal entity that will have the same status as any state. It will have its own embassies worldwide. There's current plans for 160 embassies. It will be able to have treaties, not just economic, but also political treaties. And it will be able to join any international organisations, obtain a seat in the UN. Now, when you combine all these components, you get a picture of what the new EU will look like. And putting them all together, it becomes very clear and very obvious that what you're looking at is a federal Europe, a federal state for the first time. So the question on June 12th you need to ask yourself is, do you want a federal Europe? But that is a question that you need to answer, not just on behalf of yourself, but also on behalf of the other 500 million Europeans who are not being asked. So the question is, do you want a federal Europe? Thank you.